Listen up, Blades fans. There's three absolute bombshells just landed in the world of Sheffield United that'll have you rethinking everything about our club. While our rivals try to nick our crown jewel in the last knockings of the window, an historic era comes to a close with a shock departure, and the pressure on our gaffer has hit the sort of level that could change the lot. Stick with me till the end, cause these stories are about to shape the future of our Sheffield United. Let's kick things off with one that'll have any blade grinning. Leeds United, those eternal Yorkshire rivals, have just put on one of the most laughable transfer attempts I've ever clapped my eyes on. Picture it, last day of the window, hours left before the deadline, and these lot come in all desperate for our midfield maestro. I've gotta ask, did they really think they were gonna nick our best player just like that last minute? Honestly, it's embarrassingly daft. Their gaffer's been banging on about needing attacking signings all month. But when it comes to crunch time, what do? A shambolic last gas swipe for our star midfielder. Would you believe they waited until the dying hours to even have a nibble? Reckon it screams desperation to me. If they genuinely fancied the player, why not make a move early doors? Why wait till the last knock-ins like a bunch of amateurs? Best bit though? The way United handled it, while Leeds were busy making mugs of themselves with that clumsy effort, we smashed the end of the window. Alex Matos from Chelsea, Chiedozie Ogbene from Ipswich, and Mark McGuinness from Luton all through the door. And guess what? We kept hold of our star man. Blade's official account wasted no time either. Straight in with a cheeky post of our midfielder beaming. Is there anything more humiliating for them? Don't reckon so. That was a proper slap in the face for those lot who reckon they're the bee's knees. Now, let's get to a bit of news that tugs at the heartstrings of any die-hard Blade. In the dying minutes of the window, we've lost the last holdout from that magical 2019-20 squad. Our veteran centre-halves just made the switch to Birmingham City, and with that, a glorious chapter officially shuts. Remember that legendary Premier League run? That was the high point of our recent times, without a doubt. 9th in the top flight, giant killings against Arsenal and Spurs, a team that went toe-to-toe with the big boys. Look at us now. That defender was the final survivor from that wildcard squad built by Chris Wilder. Dean Henderson between the sticks, John Egan at the back, Sander Berge in the middle, Billy Sharp leading the line, all gone. Now, with this move, there's no one left from that golden crew. Trust me, this is bigger than just another transfer. It's the symbolic end of a spell that filled us with pride. That lot had something about them. Unity, grit, proper fight. The never say die attitude that took us so far. Can we ever get that winning DNA back? I'm asking because frankly, this side looks miles away from that band of warriors. 5.5 years of service, and now they'll be doing the business for Birmingham. That's a page turned in our story. Now for the hottest, most controversial headline of the lot. The situation with our Spanish boss has got to a breaking point and could blow up any minute. 4 defeats from 4 games in the championship, propping up the table. The only side yet to bag a point. Come on, you having a laugh? I can't see how it goes on. That 1-0 loss to Middlesbrough was the last straw. Blades fans want the manager out, and honestly, who can blame him? How can a side that got so close to the top flight last season be in this sorry state? Even the United pundit didn't pull any punches. Get the manager out. Tough words, but do they not ring true for all of us? 5 games, 5 dire showings. Always second best out there. Bristol City, Millwall, Swansea, Middlesbrough. It's been the same story, watching us play second fiddle in our own film. Honest question. Where's the game plan? Where's the identity? I'd say it's gone walkabout. Manager reckons there's no worries about the future, but how can you not be rattled when the fans are already turning? The international break might be the last roll of the dice to save the job, because if there's not a massive turnaround against Ipswich Town, things could get very messy. Blades fans, these 3 stories sum up the huge crossroads the club's at right now. On the one hand, cause to celebrate. We put Leeds in their place and showed we don't just let anyone pinch our best. On the other, the final link to our golden era's gone and there's a crisis brewing in the dugout. We're at a make or break moment. Get it right now, or this season could go properly off the rails. Keeping our midfield maestro is crucial, but is it going to be enough if we keep playing limp, soulless football? My worry is we've lost that scrappy spirit, that drive that took us to the top flight, that never say die DNA looks to have gone walkabout. That's not just down to the boss or a few players, it's a collective mindset that needs sorting sharpish. So, what do you reckon, Blades faithful? Did we do right turning our noses up at Leeds' daft offer, or should we have entertained the sale? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And about waving goodbye to that veteran defender. Have we lost just a player, or has the club's very identity slipped away? Do you feel the same nostalgia I do when you think back to that magical 2019-20 squad? But the big question is about the manager. Does they deserve more time to prove it, or is it time for a clean break? 4 losses on the spin. Are we really having that at a club like ours? This is our community, Blades family. A space for every fan to have their say, chat about the future, and keep this passion burning. If you've made it this far, you care about Sheffield United as much as I do, so don't mess about. Hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, and get yourself properly involved. Here, you'll always be in the loop with honest takes, proper opinions, and loads of love for the Blades. Smash a like if you enjoyed it, share it around your fellow Reds, and most importantly, get commenting. Let's get this place buzzing. That's how we keep the Blades fire alive. Till next time, and remember, once a Blade, always a Blade.